Hey, my fellow hustlers, we're back with another episode. Last week was a good one with Ray Sparkman, and today we have another awesome guest. She is Callie Clark with Amarillo Angels. How are you doing, Callie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming in.
Good. Thanks for having me. This
Yeah.
is so cool.
Even though James told you the wrong time,
Hey, it's okay. It happens. I made it. It's all right.
but you made it. You were here pretty quick too.
Yeah, I just live down the road. Yeah,
Nice,
not
nice,
far.
nice. Well, let's jump right into it. So you're with Amarillo Angels.
Yes, sir.
What is that organization?
So we are a nonprofit that exists to help families that foster children and already have kiddos in their home. So we are not CPS. We don't remove kids. We don't place kids.
Oh, okay.
But they already have the kids in their home. They're licensed, and then we find additional support for them to help lighten their load.
Like help with bills or help?
We do a little bit of everything. So mainly it started with two different programs. We have our Love Box program, which is essentially where a group of volunteers, like it can be a business, a church group, just a group of friends, whatever kind of group, and they adopt a foster family for up to a year.
Okay.
So once a month, they go to their house, they bring thoughtful or needed items for the kids, and they kind of
Nice.
become like a bonus family to the kids, essentially. That's the easiest way to break it down, but
Yeah.
it looks like anything and everything.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When did that organization get started?
So Gwen Hicks is our original founder, executive director. She heard about it back in, I believe, 2016. And so she kind of heard like Austin was doing this thing and she wanted to go learn about it. Well, when she went down there and met with them, it became this bigger deal than she was expecting.
Really?
And so they let us pilot the program here in Amarillo, which is interesting because I was one of the families that experienced it before it became
Oh, really?
full-blown Amarillo Angels. Yes.
Wow.
So she heard about it, wanted to replicate it, brought it here. And it's been so successful. We've almost gone into our 9th year.
9 years.
Yeah,
Y'all
9
going
years.
strong. Yeah,
Pretty-
I was
yeah.
looking at y'all's page and y'all stay pretty active.
Oh yeah,
doing
we do a little
stuff
bit of
and
everything. Yes,
things
it's
like
great.
that.
Hmm.
That's good. So it was originating in Austin?
Yes, so that is like our mother ship
Okay.
basically, and then now there's I believe 19 chapters across the U.S. because it has become
19?
so successful. Yes,
Wow.
it's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I haven't heard about it.
That's okay. A lot of people haven't,
I
but we're
know.
trying to get out there and
Exactly.
doing
That's
things
why we're
like
here.
this.
Yeah,
So
that's why we're here. No, that's awesome. And then
Yeah.
how long have you been with them?
So I have been there about 4.5 years now.
4.5
Yes,
years.
yes.
Is this something you do like full time or?
Yes, this is my full-time job. I do have a
Nice.
couple side gigs trying to hustle,
Yeah.
but this is my full-time and it's super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That foster thing, I think it's a great thing,
Mhm.
right?
It's crazy.
That really kids need it, and I just want to understand it more. So it's kids,
Yes.
and then family take those kids in,
Yes.
and y'all help them provide.
Essentially,
Essentially.
yeah. And kids get put into foster care for all kinds of different
Okay,
reasons.
that
Like
was
parents are using drugs, maybe making bad choices, having bad life partners. They don't necessarily remove kids for financial reasons unless it's like horrible, like they don't have running water, electricity, those
Yeah.
kind of situations. But it's typically drug or abuse related.
dang. You
Yeah,
probably see some
so-
crazy stuff. Huh?
Definitely, especially when I was a foster parent. So I guess I can tell you a little more about that.
Yeah.
So I was a foster parent for 4 years. I had 20 different kids come and go through my home during
No
that time.
way.
It was crazy. Yes. And the first year went pretty good, but it's a lot. Like you're going to all kinds of different appointments, therapy appointments, you're taking kids to visit their bio family.
Yeah.
You have caseworkers in and out of your house, attorneys in and out of your house. Like it's just constant chaos
That's
all the
wild.
time. It's a lot, especially when you're both working full time and then trying to do this on top of that. Excuse me. And so we did that for 4 years. And after that first year, I was like, dude, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Like, it's just so much. And you fall in love with these kids and then they leave and you never hear
Ah,
about them again.
That's probably hard, right?
Yeah,
You get attached
so
to these
you
kids.
do. And it's like you're mourning someone who's still alive, which is so weird. It's
Yeah.
not like they just die. It's just like they disappear
You
one
can't
day.
see them anymore.
Yeah. And so you just hope that they're getting everything that they need. But
Man,
it's crazy.
that would be
So,
tough.
so after that first year, we were like, I don't know. We were trying to decide what to do. Well, that's when Gwen Hicks called me from Amarillo Angels and she was like, hey, we kind of have this thing that we're trying out and we want to see if y'all would be interested in just testing it and see what you think.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I guess we'll try it out.
Let's do it.
I know. I was like, all right, I don't know what I just said yes to, but sure, why not?
Yeah.
So she comes over one night and brings like 4 or 5 ladies with her and she's like, this is going to be your love box. And I'm like, what even is that? You
Yeah,
know,
what's-
because
yeah.
like, well, okay. And so I ended up finding out what it was by experiencing it. And it really was like these women just like adopted us. And once a month they'd come over, they'd bring things for the kids, they'd bring things for us, they bring us dinner. They threw my son a birthday party one
Wow.
time. Like they just did a little bit of everything. And that was 7 years ago. And
Yeah.
I still talk to these ladies. Like we're still
Wow.
friends. We meet up on occasion. Like It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
They just become bonus family to you.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
super cool.
How many do you have kids yourself?
I do not have any bio kids,
Oh,
but I
okay.
have adopted one.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
he's at home playing video games right now.
Living
He
the
didn't want
life.
to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you
yeah.
have him whenever you were doing that?
Yes, so he was the very first kiddo that we ever had placed with us, and he was the only one that I just felt like this kid is meant for me. So all the
Oh,
other kids either were adopted out or they were sent home to mom and dad. So it's
yeah.
pretty cool, but
So really, if they get fostered out, they can always go back to their families.
definitely,
If it
yeah.
gets
If
if
they
it
get adopted, no, but if they're still in the system, they can
yeah
always go back to mom and dad because the goal is always reunification until
yeah
it's just not anymore.
yeah.
So yeah,
Is there a lot of that going on here in
a
Amarillo?
ton, yes,
Because you don't
and
hear about it, right? I
no.
don't know. I don't know one person or even
Yeah,
two. You know, I
it's
don't know
kind of one
anybody.
of those things that you don't really hear about. It's kind of taboo, and
Yeah,
like you always hear like, "Oh, those kids have all kinds of problems," but it's really not like that. You just hear the bad things, but there's so much good to foster care that people don't hear about. Like
yeah.
these kids are amazing. Like my son, you would never know that he was literally living in a car with both parents on meth,
No
eating out of
way.
trash cans. He is the happiest kid you've ever met in your life.
Wow. How old
And
was he whenever you adopted
he
him?
was 2 when he came to me. I adopted him when he was 4, and he just turned 12 right after Thanksgiving.
Man,
So
does he know?
oh yeah, he knows,
He
and he
knows.
used to be kind of like ashamed of it.
Uh-huh.
And the older he's gotten, he's kind of found like this pride in it. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I was adopted, but who cares? Like, I have an awesome life
Uh
now, and
huh. An
he's
awesome
such a
mom.
mama's boy. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he tells everybody, I'm a mama's boy. I got the coolest mom, and all this, so it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But just me
Wow.
and him, yeah, and it's awesome.
That's cool.
Hmm.
And do you know, like, is there a lot of families that do that here?
There is a
That take in
ton. There's
fosters?
not enough though. There's probably, I would say, less than 100 families that foster here in Amarillo. So
Really?
kids are getting shipped all over the place, down to Houston,
Wow.
San Antonio, Austin, and even sometimes other
So,
states.
like,
So,
kids from here, if they
mhm,
don't find a foster parent here, they
yes,
get
they will
sent
send them
somewhere else.
away, yes, to someone that can
Wow.
take them. And it's happening so much. And
That's
I mean, I
sad.
know, and especially when you're trying to bring the family back together after all
Mm-hmm.
this, how do you have a relationship when you're 12 hours away from your mom and dad? You know, like, yeah,
Trying to
you can
fix it, you know?
FaceTime,
Yeah.
but like, what does that really do? I know.
I
It
can't.
just,
I can't even imagine.
it's so sad. Hmm.
That's wild.
I know. But these kids are really resilient. Like,
Yeah.
they go through things that we can't even
You
fathom, and
can't.
they just,
You don't even think about what's
no.
going on out there.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you have, like, any crazy stories that had happened to you?
Um, I guess sort of, yeah. In the 4 years, so we had this one little boy. He was actually one of my favorite kids we ever
Uh
had,
huh.
but he had more problems than any kid I've ever experienced in my
Oh
life.
man.
Like, mom was a heavy, heavy drug user and just kind of leaving him at like apartments and stuff like that by himself with strangers
How
so
old
that
was
she
he?
could go use. He was 5,
Wow.
and ended up finding out that he was not just a basic care child. He ended up having like schizophrenia, personality disorders,
Oh
bipolar
man.
disorder. And so we had him for like 6 months, and then they were like, you know what, y'all are not equipped to handle all the things that he needs. And there's not even a facility in Amarillo that could work with him because of
Really?
how high his needs were. So they sent him down to Houston, and he ended up in like a children's psych ward.
No
And he
way.
actually, I just saw recently that he was posted that he was up for adoption.
Really?
So I really hope that he got the help he needed and he's going to get adopted.
Man,
He's the
that's
coolest
really
kid
sad.
ever. I know.
It's crazy to me
Hmm.
how parents can let things get to that point. You know,
Exactly. I
it's
know. It
wild.
always makes you wonder, how did this happen? Yeah.
It's the story. Have you heard
Hmm.
about the? Do you know what I'm talking about, James?
Which one?
That little kid that just died. Is it Dalton?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
His mom's boyfriend.
Oh, the Darian Zamora. Yes, I
Yes,
have been following that. That is the most
that's super
awful,
sad.
tragic, tragic thing that has happened.
Like, how do you as a parent let it get to that point?
I don't understand. I will never understand. I've never birthed a child, but how much I love my son, I would literally
Right?
go kill somebody.
Exactly.
So,
I just don't
yeah.
understand how that can happen. Like, you're a
Mm-mm.
parent, you're supposed to be there to protect your kids
Yeah,
and all that stuff,
that's literally your job.
and
But
then get on drugs and
hmm
leave them places.
yep, addiction's crazy. It ruins your life and it changes who
Yeah.
you are and takes so much from you. And people don't realize that. They think they're being fun and partying, but it's not a party. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it
just
evolves into something more, huh?
100%. Yeah,
That's crazy. How
it is.
many people are on y'all's team?
So I believe there is 5 of us now. We have a marketing manager, McCall
Hmm.
Money. She's super awesome. And then we have a case manager, Leona, and then our executive director is Serena Carpenter now. And then we have a financial person. Her name is Amanda. And then Me, yeah.
Yeah,
So 5 of
it's a
us.
nonprofit, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. So
Yeah.
we're not government funded. It's all like grants and word of mouth and
Donations.
donations and stuff like that. So
Wow.
we try to be really active in the community and get our name out
Yeah.
there and do things like Panhandle Gives. Last week we ended
Hmm.
up raising a little over $70,000.
Wait,
So
70,000
yes, and
from
we
like people donating?
yeah, 100%. Yeah. And so we
Wow.
were only trying to raise 50 because with 50,000 we can support 1,000 children for up to a year.
What 50,000?
Yes, and so we hit 70, so we can even do more than that. So we're so
Wow.
excited.
So
We're
that
very
money goes
thankful.
into buying things that y'all can take to these
Yes,
foster
yes. And
places.
we have all kinds of different grants. Like, so with the way foster care has gone, they've done something called community based care, which is where
Uh-huh.
they're trying to keep kids at home longer and provide services to parents before they remove, which I think is phenomenal. That should have
Yeah,
happened a
right. Try
long
to
time ago.
help out before
Yes,
it's
100%.
they
And
have to take their
so,
kids.
exactly. And so now what we're seeing is these families are going into what's called kinship care. And kinship care is like traditional foster care, but they're
Hmm.
going to a relative like grandma,
Oh,
aunt,
okay,
uncle,
okay.
close family friend, things like that. And these families are not foster parent. You know what you're signing up for. You go
Hmm.
through classes, you get a little bit of money from the government, you get like a little stipend every month to help
Yeah.
support the kids. These kinship families get absolutely nothing. So they get
No.
a call at 2 a.m. like, hey, I have your
Come get
nephew.
your kid or they're going
Yeah,
to foster
a
care.
hundred. Yeah.
I've
And
seen movies.
so
I've seen movies.
it's awful. I know. And so they are not prepared. So we see things all the time where it's like, hey, we need to turn this garage into a bedroom so we can keep this child here. And so
Wow.
we're having to go out and find like builders and contractors that we can work with and write grants to get
Mm.
those things.
How does one get qualified to be able to foster?
So you find a care. So CPS does not place kids anymore. They are only investigating now. So back in the day,
Really?
they would investigate and place kids, and it just became too
Too
much. It was
much,
just
yeah.
too much. So now with the community-based care, they've privatized foster care, and so you go
Okay.
through like an adoption foster agency.
Okay.
So like when I fostered, I was with the World for Children. Shout out to you guys, you're awesome.
Are they from here?
Yes,
Okay.
Miss Jessica Carey is the new executive director over there. She's phenomenal. She's also an adoptive and foster parent herself. And so you go through an agency and then you do like, I think it's like 12 weeks of classes.
12 weeks?
Yeah, and but they
Wow.
made it all online. Used to
Oh,
when I
okay.
first did it, you had to go in person to the CPS office and it was 4 hours every Tuesday, Thursday for like 8 or 10
Wow.
weeks and it was
That's crazy.
crazy. Yeah. No childcare, no help, no nothing, which
Hmm.
luckily we didn't have to worry about that, but some of the other parents did.
Yeah.
But you go through training, then you have to get your home, what they call like
And
it basically,
qualify.
yeah, qualify your home. It basically you go through and the health department comes and they do an inspection, make sure your home is clean and healthy enough
Uh-huh.
for a kid to live there. The fire department has to come, make sure
Really?
you have like a fire hydrant, you have all your proper
CO2
stuff. Yeah, all
detectors
the
and smoke
things.
alarms and all
Uh-huh.
that.
And then oh man, there's something else. There's just so much you have to do, but
Wow.
they make sure that you are a legit person that is ready to do this and take this on because it's a
Mhm.
huge ask. And
Yeah, that's a
then
lot.
you can get investigated. Like when I very first became a foster parent, and this is with my son Carson, we literally had him for less than 24 hours, and I had someone from the police show up at my house trying to investigate.
Really?
Yes. So what happened is when my kiddo was removed,
Hmm.
they brought him to me at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Wow.
and he had this huge goose egg on his head. I mean, it was just big and swollen. I'm
Mm.
like, what happened? Well, come to find out, his mom and boyfriend were using, got in
Hmm.
an argument. She locked him out of the house. Well, he kicked in the front
And hit
door,
him.
hit him in the head. Yep.
Wow.
So when I saw him, I'm like, oh my gosh, this poor baby, and I put him to bed. Well, the next morning when he woke up, I mean, his whole face was just swollen and just like
Man.
pussy and gross. And I was like, oh my gosh, like we need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
So I took him up there, and of course, they have to file because it looks like, and I'm telling him, like, hey, I'm his foster parent. Like, I just got him. I'm trying to show his paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, they have to file with CPS. So when that
Hmm.
happened, they reported against me. So they had to come investigate me and make sure
Wow.
that I wasn't
That it
involved.
wasn't you.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I'm
this
just
is
trying
my
to
first
help.
experience, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why are these people investigating me? Like, it was horrifying,
Yeah.
and I was almost like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Just in that first 24 hours, but I'm so glad I stuck
Yeah.
with it.
What
So
made
glad.
you want to do it?
So I was married at
Okay.
one point in my life. I was married for 10 years, and my husband at that time, he grew up in foster care. And so,
Mm.
pretty quickly after we got married, we found out that he was not able to conceive children.
Hmm.
And so we were like, well, why don't we help kids that went through what you went through, and just
Oh,
kind of
that's awesome.
see
Yeah.
what happens. And so we did. We went through with it, and it was
Wow.
awesome.
Y'all
But
just have good. I mean, y'all had good hearts. Like
yeah,
you
we
wanted
did. We did. Yeah.
to help, and because he
Mm-hmm.
went through that, so that's kind of what
Mm-hmm.
y'all wanted to do.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cool. That
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it takes a special kind of person, you
It
know?
is not easy because
Yeah.
you just love these kids so much and you build connections with them. And
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's just so hard when they leave. It's
So
so
y'all could
hard.
always use more foster
Oh
parents.
yeah, always. We're always trying to recruit. I don't even do like that part of foster care anymore, and I'm always telling people like, you should do it. You should do it.
Yeah,
Like it
because
actually is really fun.
they make a little bit of money, correct?
Yeah, I mean it's not a lot.
It's
It's
not.
basically like if you're getting child support when you get divorced. It's
Oh,
basically
okay.
just enough to cover their essential needs and help them with
Mm.
different things. But they do get free childcare, which is phenomenal
Oh, they
for a lot
do.
of working parents.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
they do
Okay.
get that. And then if the kids are under 5, they do qualify for WIC. So they get like that
Ah,
extra government
under
support and stuff
5.
like that. Yes. So
So maybe there's some
super
people out
helpful.
there that want to
Yeah.
foster some kids.
Yeah.
What's the how many kids can you foster at a time?
It also depends on your square footage and like how many rooms and stuff you
Oh, the
have.
rooms.
So technically you can have up to 6. Anything over 6, you become like a facility. So
Mm.
you have to have enough square footage and bedrooms and things like that.
How many
So
rooms are you supposed to have for like 5 kids?
5 kids, I
So I know
think
some
at least
people
like a 3 bedroom. I would assume at least a 3 bedroom,
like two
but
kids per room.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
there's really not a limit, and that's the
Is there
crazy
like an
thing.
actual rule or any law?
I think just the limit is 6, but I think within a certain square footage,
Yeah.
but I don't know exactly what that is. I'd have to look it up.
I know some people that got like
I
six
mean,
kids.
hey, there you go. They
No,
become a facility. It's great.
yeah, they're a facility. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. That's
Mhm.
cool.
It
And
is.
then, do you? Where are you from?
So I was born and raised here in
Really?
Amarillo. Yep,
Okay.
I am an Amarilloan, or however you say that. So
Amarillion.
I
Yeah,
don't know what that.
I'm Amarillion.
It's really hard to
I don't know
say.
how to say
Yeah.
it. And where'd you go to school?
I went to San Jacinto Christian
Oh,
Academy. Yeah,
nice.
from kindergarten until I graduated my senior year.
How
So,
was that?
uh,
Because
well,
it's a private school, right?
it is, but
Okay.
all the kids that got expelled from public school ended up going there. So you have like
Oh.
this combination of very religious Christian children and then
Mm-hmm.
like the wild.
Which one were you?
Do I have to answer that? No, I kind of fell somewhere in between. Like, no, it's
She's like, I got
crazy over
kicked
there.
out.
I mean, you get a little bit of everything. You know, you got to figure out where you
I put you
land.
on the spot.
I'm like, I'm sweating already. Don't make it worse.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What events you said y'all just had a party at?
Yes, so we just had our Amarillo Angels Christmas party,
Okay.
and we actually rented out the area at Cactus Cove that's
Oh
like the
yeah.
putting green, and they have like the little tables and chairs, and then they
Mm-hmm.
have a pool back there and a playground, and they were so generous to us. They gifted that to us for
Really,
free.
Matt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
Matt.
over there and
Yeah,
his assistant Bree, they were
yeah.
so
They're good
fantastic.
people.
Oh, they were wonderful to work with. It was
Yeah.
so easy. Everything we did like a Christmas and Hawaii theme, so everything was like tropical and luau, and so we partnered with Sticky Chicky. They brought us
Oh, Sticky
dinner.
Jordans. They're
Yeah,
nice too.
yeah,
Yeah.
chicken and rice is perfect for our theme, and they gifted that to us as well. So
Really?
it's just the community is so generous, and they want to help, but they just don't know how until you just start putting out feelers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know about us. So when they hear
Exactly.
about us, they're like, well, what can we do to help? And
Yeah.
so we try to take advantage of every opportunity that comes our way
Yeah.
because there's just so many different things people need, and you just don't know.
There's never enough help.
Exactly.
You know?
There's not. But
It's
we
what.
see a lot of really cool things. Like, for example, last week we had a family that got in a new placement and they were needing to turn their garage into a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so we found a builder to help with that. And they were like, well, we really need a bed. And we were like, okay, well, we'll post about it. Literally, before we could even post about it, we got an email from somebody that said, hey, this is really random, but we have an extra bed. Does someone
Really.
in your organization need it?
And right there.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
then and there, and we're like, oh my gosh, okay. Like stuff like that happens all the time. And it's just Amarillo's so generous. They really
It
are.
is. I always say it's a big small city,
It really is.
but like word gets around,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's a tight knit community. People are willing to help and
Yes,
things like that.
definitely.
We're actually just doing a. There was a lady that was. Do you know No Boundaries International?
Yeah. Oh, they're fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They found a lady that was living in a tent,
Oh.
and they had like this beat up shed in the backyard,
Mhm.
and we're remodeling it for them and stuff.
Yeah.
So now they got somewhere to
Aw.
live inside.
I
You know,
love that.
it's
Yes, that's super
but
cool.
it's sad seeing that you don't see
Mm-hmm.
what goes out there, until you actually go out there and look at things.
Exactly.
It's
Different
wild.
perspective for sure.
It's
Mhm.
wild.
It is.
Whenever kids go into foster, say it's like two little brothers, do they
Mhm.
go to the same house or
Not always.
they get
So,
separated? Huh?
yeah. So, my son, we had him for 9 months before we found out that he had a brother and sister.
Really?
And they called us up one day and we're like, hey, we have your son's brother and sister. And we're like, he has a brother and sister? And they're like, yeah. And they were basically telling us, like, you better take him or we're going to take your son away from you. And so I was like, okay. Well, we brought them to our house. Turned out none of
They had to
them.
come to your house?
Yes, and none of them knew each other. Like they did not grow
No.
they grew up together when they were really little, but at some
Babies.
certain age they kind of got separated out. Like
Yeah.
the grandma had my son, the mom had the daughter, and then the older son, the dad took to Oklahoma with
They were
him.
just spread
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Mhm.
And so I guess something happened and they got the two siblings and then they called us up and were like, all right, y'all need to take them. Well, when we got them together, a lot of really bad stuff happened that
Oh
had come
man.
out. The daughter had been abused, and
Wow.
so she was then abusing my son and his brother. And
Mm.
so we had to go to the bridge, get the bridge involved, and they
What is
decided it
that?
was best. The bridge is a children's advocacy center that helps
Okay.
when kids have been physically, emotionally abused and things like
Okay.
that. They work with law enforcement. They have detectives that come in and question the kids in a way that the kids can answer to tell what has happened to them because they're little, they don't
Yeah,
know
they don't
exactly what
know.
happened, but they know what happened wasn't right. So
Wow.
they have figured out how to speak to these kids to get them to tell them what has happened in their life without re-traumatizing them and stuff
Re-traumatizing.
like
Yeah,
that.
they're
Yeah.
probably
So,
trained and all that
oh
stuff.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
phenomenal. If you ever get a chance, you should definitely talk to somebody over there.
The
They could give you some
bridge.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it's wonderful,
I've
wonderful
never heard of.
program.
See, I've never heard about any
Yeah.
of this.
Oh
It's cool to
man, I'm
me.
gonna teach you today.
That's why
But
James mentioned you. I was like, that's an
yeah,
interesting conversation.
definitely.
Uh,
Yeah. So basically, what ended up happening though is they decided it was best to re-separate out the kids. So they have all been adopted at this point into 3 different homes. We're all here in Amarillo, and we still hang out and do stuff together. So even though
really,
they're not together, they're together.
they get to see each other.
So yes, it's been wonderful.
That's cool, and they're permanently adopted.
Yep, they're adopted. Yep.
Wow,
So there's a 16-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and then my son is
They-
12. So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
it's really cool.
I wonder, I wonder how they feel. Like,
We have lots of talks about
yeah,
that, and it's like it's so weird because it's almost normal to them now that it's
hmm
like, oh yeah, he's my brother, but like
yeah,
he's just more of like a friend. I don't know. It's really
yeah.
strange. Anytime I tell people about my life, they're like, what
What
the
the?
heck? Yeah. So it's just normal to us. It's not
Yeah,
any different.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then the Angels, where's it located?
So we have an office building downtown on Southwest 8th,
Okay.
in Tyler, and we've been there I think about 4 or 5 years in that building. And
Okay.
before that, Snack Pack for Kids, when it was still called that, we officed out of their building, and they were very
Nice.
generous and donated that space to us. So we've had a lot of help along the way to get where we are.
That's pretty cool. And
Hmm.
is that somewhere where like do people go in there and ask for help or
Like where we are now?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just in a big office tower
Uh-huh.
downtown. So we also have CASA in our building. Which,
Okay.
have you heard of CASA?
No, what is
So
that?
those are court-appointed special advocates that are volunteers that go to court to fight for kids in foster care.
Oh.
So they essentially build relationships with the kids specifically so
Uh-huh.
they can go to court and advocate for them in a way that the kids can't
That
advocate for
can't.
themselves. So that's another really
That's
cool
pretty cool.
program. And the lady that runs that, her name is Jera Mendoza. I went to high school with her. We were best
Really?
friends. So it's really cool seeing that we both kind of ended up in the same
The
field.
same field, huh?
Yeah, and then we also have Arrow in our building, which is another child placement agency. So they license homes and help kids get placed.
Yeah. Man, so
Hmm.
there's a lot of that going on.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
everywhere.
wild.
We're kind of underground, I guess.
Underground, no, but it's good to get it out there, so
Yeah,
people know.
definitely.
Maybe they can maybe some foster parents or maybe
Hmm.
kids that need help. Some people
Exactly.
know and they can
Yes.
refer to
Yes. Oh yeah, and we do have a Dare to Dream. It's our mentor program. It's
Hmm.
like Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Okay.
And so we go out and find mentors to partner with our kids between the ages of 11 and 22-ish, cuz
Hmm.
really when they hit 18 and get out on their own is when they need the most help because
Yeah.
they have nobody. 9 times out of 10 they have no one but their case manager, and that's it.
And they just go out into
A
the
hundred,
world.
yeah, and so that's what I think makes our program so special is everyone that joins this, they're not benefiting, they're not getting anything, they're not being paid,
Yeah,
they're just giving their time, and so our volunteers are there because they want to be, and I think that speaks volumes to these kids
for
because when
sure.
they don't have anyone and they just have someone they can call, that is a game changer, and I think
Hmm.
that is why we see so many kids either be successful or unsuccessful is
Yeah.
because those kids have someone to call and the other ones don't.
Yeah.
That is literally what changes the game for these kids.
What separates them,
Yeah.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it's crazy. We saw all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All
That's
the things.
it's a hard conversation
It
because
is.
especially for someone like me that's not used to
Mm-hmm.
hearing about
It
this.
makes people really uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
I kind of like that it does because it's breaking that barrier of like,
Hmm.
I know this is ugly and we don't want to talk about it and we don't want to think about it happening, but it's happening everywhere and we need to talk about it and we need to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because once we're comfortable with it, nothing's going to change.
Exactly, and it's so real.
It is. Yeah.
What would you say is the hardest part about doing this?
I think the hardest part is just hearing everyone's stories and
Stories.
hearing what they're going through and just carrying that emotional weight that comes with knowing all the things that I've known and
Yeah.
hear. And it's just so hard because you want to help everybody and you
Yeah.
want to do whatever you can, but it's like sometimes you literally can't do anything but just pray for them. I mean, that's
so
all you
true.
can do.
You
Yeah.
can't save everybody.
No, and it's hard not to want to do that in this job. Like I would take all the kids, but I don't know what I would do if I had them all. So.
That reminds me of my wife.
Yeah.
We'll see a dog, she wants to stop and get it.
Hey,
And I was like, there's
same.
another one. There's
Yep.
another one. You want to pick all of them up?
That's where it starts. Yeah, you pick up the dogs, then you start picking up kids, and your whole house is full. So yeah,
That's wild.
it is.
What do you like to do for fun?
I am a big outdoorsy person.
Yeah.
I am a paddleboarder. So me and my kid and my dog will load up and go paddleboard, and he's a big fisher, so he likes to sit on his
Oh,
board
fishing.
and fish. And then me and my dog are just out there bumping music and floating around
Yeah.
and stuff.
What
so
kind of dog do you have?
I have a Catahoula pit mix.
Catahoula.
Yeah, he's like orange and black
like, I
brindle,
don't
and
know.
he's got ice blue eyes. He's
Really?
gorgeous. Yeah,
That's cool.
He's a good dog.
Paddleboarding. Is that Lake Meredith? Or?
Yeah, I mean that's the closest one, but I
closest
try to
one?
go to like Oklahoma, New Mexico, places like that,
Have
and
you
get on
been
those
to,
real pretty lakes.
Have you been to Foss Lake in Oklahoma?
I have,
like Foss
yes.
Lake.
I went this past summer for a weekend, and
Really?
it was awesome. Yeah, it's very beautiful over
I
there.
think we went for 4th of July.
Okay,
It was
yeah,
fun.
it's
really
nice.
fun. And then
Mhm.
Logan, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
Logan's not bad.
you Lake.
Yeah, you, Clayton, I don't know, I kind of been hitting them all lately. I got
Yeah.
some app that like shows you where all you can go, so I've
Oh,
been
really?
trying to go test them all out and see
That's
which one
pretty
I
cool.
like the best. Yes.
What'd you do before this?
So gosh, I did everything before this. I was a
Well,
realtor.
you're only 35.
I mean, yeah, but I've lived a lot of lives in this 35 years. No, I worked at Hillside Christian Church for a few years. I worked at the North Grand campus over there and did a lot of ministry and work with kids and families there, and I loved that. And then I did real estate for a few years. I had my real estate license.
Commercial, residential?
I did a little bit of both actually. Yeah, I was just trying to make money. I was trying to hustle back then,
Yeah.
and now I've kind of tapped into rental properties. I'm trying to get that up and
Like
going.
flipping or
Yes,
rentals?
I bought my first investment 2 years ago, and I actually am living in it and fixing it up, and then I'm
Smart.
getting ready to buy my next one so I can rent this one out.
That's the best way to do it.
It is, yes. I've talked to a lot of people that have done that, and they've ended up very successful.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to set myself up to have something in the future that I can pass down to my son, because otherwise, working in nonprofit, I'm making nothing. So
Yeah.
got to do something.
Yeah, that must be hard. But that's
It's
cool.
okay,
And then
yeah.
so your plan is to get more and more
Oh yeah,
into real
every
estate.
2 years I got a little plan going.
And then you can
so-
sell your own houses.
Exactly. I mean, I let my license go because it's just too
Oh,
cutthroat,
yeah.
and I'm too nice. I can't be mean to anybody to
there's
win
a lot of
deal.
realtors, though.
Dude, there's too many
Just
in this
like
town.
roofers. I'm a roofer.
Are you? Oh,
So
yeah.
So you this episode's sponsored by the Roof Crews, by the way.
Oh,
If you
okay.
don't know.
Thank you guys.
You post on Facebook or something, hey, I need a realtor, a roofer.
Yeah.
It's like 200
Dude,
messages.
it's crazy.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it.
Well, I mean, the podcast must be helping a little bit.
It helps a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. When I pulled up, I was like, "Am I in the right spot?" The guy out front was teasing me. He was like, "No."
Gilbert?
Yeah.
What do you say we sell Avon?
Yeah, he was like, "We sell Avon here," and I was like, "So you do roofs in Avon? Like what?" And then he's like, "Now come in here."
That's funny.
Pretty cool guys. Yeah, y'all have
No,
fun over here.
Yeah, we try to have fun. I feel like if you're working somewhere where it's fun and you want to be there, it doesn't feel like
Definitely.
work. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it feels at Amarillo Angels. Like we're
Yeah.
all really laid back and chill and fun, and so every day is just an adventure. We never know what we're gonna walk into, but
Yeah.
it's great. We have a good crew.
What is your role over there? I don't know if I asked
So
you.
I am the program development manager,
Okay.
but we're getting ready to change that title because basically what I do is I go out and I volunteer recruit, and then I plan all of our like program events, like the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
We do a graduation event. Actually, the graduation event is my favorite event.
Is it?
Yes.
What do y'all
So, statistically, only half of kids in foster care graduate high school. And so we want to celebrate them big when they graduate.
Oh,
Like we
nice.
go all out. Like we usually go to a nice restaurant here in town and serve them lunch. And then we have typically a guest speaker that comes in. It's usually a former foster youth that has found success.
Wow.
And so we let them speak into the kids because, you know, they've lived that similar lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell them how to survive all that. So we do that. We provide them all kinds of little gifts and swag and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then they get their own personalized graduation cake. But my favorite part is we give them each a $500 gift card to
Really?
Walmart, and we take them shopping right then and there to get stuff for their dorm, apartment, whatever their next phase of life is going to be, and we help them get ready to be successful.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. Those kids are like,
What?
I get $500, but we're like, well, we're shopping with you though, so you
Yeah.
don't get stupid things. Like you need to get things that are going to be helpful to you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, a bunch of
yeah.
snacks.
Oh yeah, and sometimes when they have a little bit of money over, we do leftover. We let them get snacks and things
Yeah.
like that. But for the most part, dorm essentials.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of foster carers like they end up going to college and all that stuff?
Statistically, no.
No,
Only 3% will go to college.
3%.
And you know what's crazy? They get to go to college for free, 100% free to any
No
state
way.
college. If they spend one day in foster care, they get free
Free
college.
college.
Free, 100%. Yep.
That's a cool
And
fact.
a lot of them don't take advantage of it because they're just not ready for like that regimen and
Mm-hmm.
that like how serious it is. They just have never experienced that. So they
Yeah.
will go for like a semester and then they drop out because they're overwhelmed and they don't have someone to call and support them and
Support them,
help
yeah.
them figure out how to navigate this. Like we had one kiddo and he ended up eventually dropping out, but he was working like 2, 3 jobs, going to school, never had money. And we were like, dude, where's all your money going? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening? And finally, one day we built enough like rapport together that he was like, can you come to my dorm? Like, I want to show you something. And I'm like, oh gosh,
Oh
okay.
gosh.
So I get there and he just has like piles of clothes all over his house. I'm like, dude, why do you have so many clothes? And he goes, I don't know how to do my laundry. I don't know how to work a washer. And I was too embarrassed to
Oh.
ask anybody.
So just kept
So
buying new clothes.
yeah, he was going and buying new clothes every single week and just throwing them off to the side when he was done with them. So it's like those really simple,
The
basic
simple things that we take for granted.
yeah, they don't know how to do, and it just blows my
I'm
mind.
gonna
Like,
start doing laundry.
yeah, I mean, you don't do laundry now.
Yeah, I do.
I was about to say, oh, your
Man,
poor wife.
if Cassie's watching, I do laundry, I cook.
Good, that's good.
She would agree.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna make a reel out of this.
Good, you should. You better take care of that wife.
For my
Treat
wife.
her good.
Yeah, no, I cook and I do a lot of laundry.
Good.
I do most than I bet a lot of husbands.
Okay.
I really do.
All right.
I like to cook. I like to clean.
That's good.
I like cooking the most.
That's good. Yeah, cooking's great. I mean, you can always win somebody over with food, right?
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I love to eat, so I
There
get
you
to
go.
cook and eat what I love.
There you go.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
cool. Yeah.
But so what's the future for Amarillo Angels? Are they gonna keep expanding? Do you know?
We're hoping to. So we've slowly been creeping over into Lubbock and trying to expand
Okay.
over there. So we cover the top 41 counties of the Panhandle. They call it
Oh, okay.
Region 1, but it's just so big and so vast that it's hard to reach everybody.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get down in Lubbock. We've had some success. We're serving probably about 10 families down there, but the biggest struggle is Lubbock does not like Amarillo. So when you
Really?
go over there and say, "Hey, we're with Amarillo," they're like, "Why are you here?" And it's like, "Oh man, like we just want to help you," you know. So
Yeah.
it's been really hard to tap into that. So our name has kind of shot us in the foot a little bit because we're basically
Amarillo
the
Angels,
Panhandle Angels,
yeah.
yeah, but we're with the Amarillo Angels, and each
Yeah.
chapter is based on what city they're based out of. So we have like DFW Angels and Austin Angels and stuff like that. So we're all based on where we live.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get rid of that stigma of Amarillo and say, hey, it doesn't matter. We want to love and
Maybe
support
they
you.
could do Lubbock Angels.
Yeah, we thought about that too. That's why
Yeah.
they didn't want us to like tap into it too much, just in
Yeah.
case they ever wanted to open
In
a
case
chapter
that
there.
happens.
So we're just doing a little bit over there for now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's so interesting to me, and it's good to get it out there so people see what's
Yeah,
actually going on.
definitely.
If someone does want to be a foster parent, how does that process work?
So if you want to be a foster parent, I definitely recommend interviewing with different agencies because there
Oh,
are
'cause they're
so many.
agencies.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So you want to just kind of test and see which one's going to fit best for your
Who
family.
do you recommend, or can you?
I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to
Okay.
be Switzerland, but just because I worked with them and they were my group, a
Yeah.
World for Children all day, every day, they are phenomenal. It's a group of, I think, 7 or 8 women over there that run it, and they are so passionate about what they do, and they love the kids so deeply, and they want nothing but the best for them. And I mean, I've even had my issues with them, and it's like, it doesn't matter. We get over it, we deal with it,
Yeah.
and they're just amazing. They just, they want to
So
help.
they reach out to them, and then they'll give them the steps of what to do.
Yeah, and you can talk to each agency. They're all different. They provide different things to you. So you just have to figure out what works for you and your family and then go from there. And then once you get licensed, you call us and then we come help you.
Okay.
So yeah, we're kind of on the back end. We have
after
we
it's
have more
done.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
the more fun job of all that. So
That's cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Hopefully, someone hears
I
hears
hope
this
so.
and
Yeah.
might want to do it.
I
you
mean,
know?
it's not easy. I'm not trying to make it sound like rainbows and butterflies because 9 times out of 10, it is not, and it's very hard. And
What's the hardest part of fostering?
Oh man, sometimes it's just knowing what these kids have been through and not killing their parents, literally. Like, and it's so hard because you love their parents because you love this child and you love their parents for bringing them into this world. But sometimes when you find out what these parents have done to these children, it just enrages you. And I would say that is the hardest part, is knowing and not doing anything about it because you're not supposed to, you know, you're just supposed to love the kid and let everything take care of itself. But
Yeah.
I think that was the hardest part. And then, of course, when the kid leaves, that's another hard part. So it's like
That's probably the hardest. That
loving
would be
them
the
through that
hardest
and
for
then letting
me,
them go.
especially
Yeah.
like a little girl, 2 year
I
old, three
know.
year
They're
old,
so sweet and they
is
just want to love
attached.
you
Uh
and
huh.
they call you mom and dad very
Yeah.
quickly because they don't have those emotional boundaries that most kids do because
Yeah.
they have been kind of passed around and been with so many people that they don't have the same kind of connections that a traditional family
Yeah.
has. So,
Do y'all hear a lot like why people don't want to do this? Like don't want to foster?
yeah, it's because like a
What's like the
situation,
top reason?
it's because it's just hard and
Just
people
hard.
don't want the government in their home because
Mm.
essentially that's what you become as a government facility for kiddos and care is
Oh,
essentially
okay.
you become a children's home
Mm-hmm.
basically when you do this. So you're telling the state, yes, I'm doing this, then they get access to your home, to
And
you, your
everything.
family. Yeah, so it's like people don't want to lose that sense of privacy and like
Yeah.
I just want to go home and go home, but it's like you go home and then here's the caseworker and here's your CASA
Mm.
worker and here's the attorney wanting to come ask questions and it's
Yeah.
like just constantly going and then the kids have behaviors. I mean, these kids have been
Through a lot.
sexually abused, physically abused, and then you just want them to act normal. They're
Mm-hmm.
not going to be normal. That's not normal.
Yeah.
And so these kids' behaviors are just to the extreme sometimes. Like the little guy I told you about earlier. I mean, he told me he was going to murder me several times. So I was
No
like
way.
scared to sleep sometimes, and he'd have night
Oh
terrors, and he's
no,
yelling
no,
and
no, no.
screaming, and just like
Yeah.
you just don't know. So it's just
Is
it's
there not like a
crazy.
big, I guess, a foster? There's foster homes, right, where
Yeah.
just a bunch of kids live.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any here in town?
We have the Amarillo Children's Home and then we have the High Plains Children's Home. So
Okay.
both of those are great facilities. Boys Ranch has kind of gotten away from that. They're more privatized and doing different things now. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those two are really big here in Amarillo and they help a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And Amarillo Children's Home just started a thing where they're now licensing homes and they have become one of the child placement agencies. So now
Okay.
you can go through Amarillo Children's Home, get licensed, and then they will send kiddos to your home.
That
So
makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
You were
everybody's
talking
changing.
about Panhandle gifts or earlier?
Um, trying to think.
Is
Panhandle.
it Panhandle something? Y'all said
I don't know.
y'all did that Christmas party. Y'all
Oh, oh, oh,
raised some money
oh.
together.
Oh, it was the Panhandle Gives. Yes,
Gives, yeah,
that was
yeah.
the big thing they do for all the nonprofits. So any
Okay.
nonprofit in Amarillo or the Panhandle can sign up to be a part of that. Amarillo Area Foundation puts that on.
Okay.
And so however much money you raise, they amplify that. I'm not really sure how it works or where
Yeah.
that extra money comes from. I'm assuming grants.
Yeah.
But so I think we raised like 60,000 and then with the amplification it bumped us up to 70.
Oh,
I may
okay.
be wrong on that. Don't quote me,
Yeah.
but I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but it's
pretty
really
cool.
cool. Yeah. So now we're set for this next year and we can host several events and make sure the kids are getting everything they need and
What do
we're
y'all
excited.
have going into the new year?
So in the new year, I think we have Mom Prom. Have you ever heard of Mom Prom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big thing. That's our biggest fundraiser that we do every year. It's essentially
Oh,
where
y'all host it?
yeah, it is
Really?
for us. It benefits Amarillo Angels. So yeah, you don't have to be a mom. I know it's called Mom Prom, but you
Yeah.
don't have to be a mom. You just have to be a 21 and up woman,
Uh-huh.
and you're allowed to come. You get to wear your finest outfits and all
Nice.
that. We're doing like a 90s Lisa Frank theme this next year, so
Okay.
it's gonna be like neons
That's
and
pretty
cheetah,
cool.
and everyone we've told is like freaking out. So we're really excited. I know, isn't that
James
awesome?
is getting all excited.
I'm like, I already bought a dress like 4 months ago because I knew about it, so I'm ready to go. But so that'll be in April. That's our big one of the year.
Where is that? Where do y'all have it at?
So we do it at the Civic
The
Center
Civic
in
Center?
the big
So it's
room they
big.
have over there. We had 900 women last
No
year.
way.
900.
I
And
think
those
I've heard
girls
about
throw
it.
down. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, yeah. You're going to have to come sometime and do some videography or something.
James
Love
is
to
gonna
get you
sneak in there. I'm here for video.
I know. The only dudes there are usually the police officers, the bartenders, or the DJ. And then other than that, it's just all women. And they let loose.
Really?
It's so fun.
I
yeah.
bet it's crazy in there.
Oh, I can tell you some things, but I'm not going to.
No. What stays at Mom Prom?
Exactly. We
What
can't
happens at
tell.
Mom Prom
Yeah,
stays
we
at
don't
Mom
tell
Prom.
on nobody. We're loyal.
Don't let James
It's
in there
fun,
because he'll be
though.
recording everything.
I mean, it is a good time.
Yeah. What else y'all host? Any other events?
That's kind of our big one. We're dreaming up some other things. We did our
Yeah.
first clay shoot this last year, and that
Okay.
was pretty
How's that? It was good?
successful. Yeah, it was fun. So got out there and shot some shotguns. So we're just kind of trying to do new things and meet new people that can kind of help us expand. I know that DeBalt Title has reached out to us recently, and they're throwing us a benefit in January. I want to say it's January 16th. But they've partnered with Reed Beverage and they're hosting this big, huge party for us.
They always do things. That's pretty
Dude,
cool.
it's so great. They're awesome too. So we're really excited.
They
to
were
work
on the
with them.
podcast a while
Oh,
back. Yeah,
really?
like
Okay.
Brooke and
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones that reached out to us. They're hosting something for us. So we're really excited to see what that is.
They're all-
We didn't realize how big it was going to be. And then they started sending us the marketing materials.
Yeah.
We
You're
are
like,
blown
what?
away. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were not ready for that. So it's going to be really
Yeah.
exciting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then growing up here in Amarillo for you,
hmm
how was it for you? Did you have a good
Um,
childhood, or is that why you always go back to trying to help?
I don't
Or where
know.
does it come
I was
from?
very blessed. I was
You're
very
blessed.
blessed growing up. I grew up in Sleepy Hollow,
Mm.
so
The big
typical
houses.
the white people over there.
The
Yeah.
white folk. You grew up with the white folks.
Oh yeah, I was on that side of town. But no, it was great.
Yeah.
I think Amarillo is so diverse, but it is very
Yeah.
separate at the same
It
time. It's
is.
kind of
Yeah.
crazy, but I've just always had this want to meet people that aren't like me and just learn about cultures
Yeah.
and just why people are the way they are. It just fascinates me. So
Yeah.
I've always been very diligent about going out and meeting people that I typically wouldn't meet or hang out with being
Yeah.
where I grew up.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
Do you
It's
like
cool.
are you into like books,
Yeah,
podcasts? You
I like
listen to
to
any
read.
podcasts,
Oh
anything like that?
yeah, I do. I like
Who
podcasts.
do you listen to?
Um, now that you're asking me, I'm blanking. It's one of
On the spot.
the murder podcasts. It's the two girls.
Oh yeah, murder or dang, what is it
I
called?
know. Now that you're asking me, my brain is like,
They just talk
it's so
about
great.
stories
Yeah.
and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, they
Yeah,
tell all the murder stories and stuff like that. I love her. I listen to her all the
they're
time.
like a huge podcast.
Dude, they became really big,
Uh-huh.
and I used to not tell anybody because I'm like, I don't want you to know. And so now everybody knows about them, so it's
Yeah,
all good. But yeah, it's pretty
and then
cool.
books you like to read
Oh yeah, I'm reading like 3 books right now.
at the
So
same time.
yes.
What the?
One with one eye, one with the.
Like that.
Well, I mean, like I'll read one for a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, it's kind of boring, and so I'll like jump to another one, and then I'm like, oh, well, I need to go back and finish it, so I'll go back and like I just hop around. I think it's my
Dang.
ADHD. I can't like focus on anything,
I
so I
can
hop
barely do
around a
one.
lot.
I can barely read one.
It's rough, man. It
Yeah.
is. It's hard.
That's crazy. And then
Yep.
you went to high school to you said San Jacinto, right?
Yep.
Did you
San
play any
Jacinto.
sports or anything?
Oh yeah, I was on varsity volleyball and
Really?
loved that. I played every sport. I was a big athlete. I'm very
Yeah.
competitive.
Yeah.
I want to be
Same.
the best. I want to win.
I wanna- yeah.
We don't play Monopoly in my house anymore because of that reason.
People-
So, oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe throwing down over there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then do you like to travel?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
literally, gosh, just this year alone, I've probably been on like 30 or 40 trips. I just
Really?
get a wild hair and I got a little hybrid car.
Dang,
Gets
must be
600
nice.
miles per tank,
Does
and
it
it
really?
costs $35 to fill this thing up. So I just get in the car and just take off.
take
I've
off.
been everywhere. I've been coast to coast this year, up and down.
Where was the last trip you took?
I just got back from Florida last
Really?
week. Yes, my dad actually
drove
lives there.
there?
Yep, drove there with my son, chilled for a few
What?
days, and drove back. So yeah, we're
What is
we're
that? 17-hour
crazy.
drive?
It was 22 hours. It was
22.
rough. I had to split it up into a couple days.
I like it though because you can see.
Yeah, and then you can stop off and do like
cities.
random stuff, and it's just cool. I
That's
love
pretty
to
cool.
travel and just get out there and experience the world. There's so much
Yeah.
to see, so why would I just sit here when I can go do stuff?
You seem like you're like pretty free. Like
Oh yeah, I'm very
you have
free.
good
I'm kind of a
energy.
hippie. Yeah.
You're a hippie.
Yeah.
You have some good energy.
Thank you. I
And-
appreciate
and
that.
you can it transfers. You know, you
Well,
can tell.
thank you. Yeah.
What did you want to be when you were little?
I wanted to be a veterinarian, but then as I got older, I couldn't handle like the blood and the gore and all that. And I'm too sensitive, so I would like cry when I see an animal. I'm like, crying is not helping you. Like, I can't do anything. So I just decided this isn't for me. And so I don't know. I've always just figured whatever happens, happens. And
Free spirit.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I've never, like, every job I've ever had has just kind of fallen into my lap. So I don't know.
Did you go to college?
I did, but
Where'd you go?
I went to AC for like a semester when I was like 18 and then
Same.
jacked around and I was like, this ain't for me. And then when I turned 30, I was like, maybe I should do something. So I went to WT and got my bachelor's degree in public
Really?
relations and marketing. Yes. And then pretty much right after that, I can't remember, I had a meeting with Gwen from Amarillo
Mhm.
Angels for something. And she was like, what are you doing now? And I said, I just graduated. And literally this morning before I came to see you, I applied for 30 jobs. And she was like, well, we're
You're
hiring.
hired.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And so that whole night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about it. So the very next morning at like 7 a.m., I shot her an email and I was like, okay, I'm super interested. Like, send me
Yeah,
the job
let's do it.
description and let's
Yeah.
see. And then I got hired on 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So it's
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It just fell in your lap.
It did. It's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
just trusting life that God has a path for me and he'll bring whatever's supposed to happen.
Are you
to
pretty
happen.
religious or?
I do believe in God. I probably don't go to church as much as I should, but I would not be here today if it weren't for God because
Yeah.
I've done some really dumb things in my life as well. And if it weren't for Him, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So
I always feel like someone's watching over me.
exactly.
Because I've been through so much. I was like, I'm lucky to be here.
Yeah, and you're here for a reason. You're telling these stories
That's
and you're
crazy.
changing people's lives too just by simply asking questions.
Questions,
yeah,
right.
just being
That
curious.
was the goal, yeah.
Mhm,
Bringing
that's
interesting people in
good.
here, get
Yeah.
that word out there
That's good.
to help other people.
You're a good interviewer. This
Thank
is
you.
fun. It's
I
very
try.
it's not awkward. I was really
No.
nervous.
Really?
Yeah, I was
No,
real nervous, but it's good.
at
yeah.
first, it was hard, but it's getting
Yeah.
better.
Well,
It's
that's
getting better and
good.
better.
Yeah.
But I love talking to people and
Mhm.
getting their stories out there. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
whether it's an entrepreneur, nonprofit,
Yeah.
shoot, just someone that has a cool story. I'm
Exactly.
open to talking. You know.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Is there anything else you want to bring in? How do people contact y'all or
Yeah,
find
that's
y'all?
probably a
Social
good thing
media?
that I should throw out here. So if you're interested in volunteering with Amarillo
Okay.
Angels, you can go to amarilloangels.org. There's a button right at the top that says get involved. You can click that link and
Okay.
it shows you all the different opportunities on how you can get involved, and you can submit a form and it'll come to either me or
Okay.
one of the case managers depending on what you submit. Or if you just want to meet me for coffee, I'm down to do that too. You can shoot me an email at Cali@amarilloangels.org.
Okay.
It's CALI.
CALI.
So yeah, just like California,
Yeah.
shoot me an email. We'll go grab coffee and I'll tell you all the things. So
Nice.
yeah.
What is one of the most things that y'all are needing right now?
Volunteers,
Volunteers.
100%. So we have what we call a wait list,
Mhm.
and that is the families that have signed up for our program, but we have not found them a volunteer group yet. So
Okay.
while they're on the wait list, we still check in with them once a month. We
Oh, that's
provide love
awesome.
boxes to them through grants and donations and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So we check on them, make sure their needs are being met, maybe drop off groceries, clothes for the kids, whatever those things may be. And so they are getting support even while they wait.
While
But
they're waiting.
the hardest part is because all these little towns around us, it's hard to make those connections.
Oh, because y'all travel. It's not just Amarillo.
Exactly. Yes. So our wait
Ah.
list is probably about 65 families, but it's
Wow.
because they're in all those little rural areas and
Mhm.
towns that it's hard to reach out to. So we have
Volunteers.
Yeah,
They'll
we
just
have
have to drive them and
Yeah.
drive stuff to them.
yeah, and I mean, even if it's someone like we have 3 families in Pampa right now. So if
Yeah.
you live in Pampa and you want to volunteer, call me. Like we will connect you. We have
Cool.
families all over the place, and we have a Google map on our wait list that
Yeah.
has pins that shows where all of our
Oh.
families are. So you can get
Nice.
on there and
Y'all
look.
make it
and-
easy.
Yeah, we try, and then
Yeah.
it has a description of the family, how many kids are in there, their ages, kind of what their needs are, and stuff like that. So even if you're not really sure yet, you can check it out and just look at our information and see if it's a
Yeah.
good fit for you.
That'd be cool.
And then if you're not ready to fully commit, we do have another program called the Delivery Angels.
Okay.
And that's essentially where it's like either you can come up with an idea for a family and then you deliver it to them, or we get a donation in and we're like, hey, if you want to help, can you just drop this off to this family to help us? Because we're running all over the
All
place
over the
all the
place.
time. Yeah.
What's the furthest that y'all serve?
Probably Lubbock, going that way, and then all the way up to the top, which is like Perryton. I
Texline,
think. Yeah,
Perryton?
Texline, all those little towns right there. So yeah, we're
That's
everywhere.
wild. So this has
Yeah.
happened everywhere.
It's
all over the
everywhere.
Texas Panhandle.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's happening everywhere.
Yeah. Well, Callie, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank
Hopefully,
you for having me.
people listen to this and find it in their heart to
I hope so.
maybe volunteer, or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
even foster. That'd be awesome.
I'm like, if I can do it, literally anybody can do it,
Yeah.
because I'm kind of crazy. And if these people out here are even a a little bit normal, they'll be all right.
They got it. They got it.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in again.
you for having me.
Maybe in a couple years or another year, 6
Yeah,
months, whatever.
all
If y'all
right.
have anything going on, feel free to reach
Awesome.
out. We can talk about it.
I appreciate it. This
Thank
is
you
so
so much.
wonderful.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching another episode of Hustlers Rising podcast. Thank you to Hallie Clark with Amarillo Angels. Y'all go check out their page.
Yeah.
If you want to volunteer, maybe you want to foster somebody,
Mm-hmm.
reach out to them. Let's give back to the community if you're able to. If you have that ability to help, man, reach out. It'd be
Yeah.
an awesome thing. And we'll catch y'all next episode. Thank y'all. Awesome.